Okay, so I think this is how it's pronounced. Smokin' Man has requested the Mandalorian ship. So I'm going to give this a shot. We're going to give it a go. We're going to start with the front part. Okay, so we're just going to be putting a line down, do a line diagonal, and then we're going to be doing a line up. Okay, now you're going to soften the edges. So on these corners, you want to make them soft, okay? So in the front here, he's got a rectangle. So we're going to put that rectangle in. And it's going to be shooting back. So he's got these great what is that, the front windshield up there. And you want to make this parallel. I probably should have made these all like parallel. So this way, this way, this way. That's a little parallel. Okay, and the window is going to be being shoot back, but it's going to curve at the end. So it almost looks like a pod. Okay. So now we're going to put the details in that window. So right here, we've got to have it come down. So this is the first like metal beam. And this is where the windshield is. And if you hold on to the very end, I'm going to show you how I colored it, because I literally only used 3 colors to do that whole thing. Pretty cool. All right, so this is the front windshield, and we will be doing pencil in that. So let's do the next part of the windshield. So these parts are straight, and then it's going to curve around. Let's do another one. Straight, kind of curved, straight, curved, straight, curved. And if you want to put a couple like dink, dink lines in there, so it looks like the windshield is curved. And then I have one rectangle right there, okay? I don't know what this extra piece is here. Okay, so that part is done. So now it is going to be, so it's almost like it's coming up right here. And then this part is, it looks like it is coming together. We're gonna be going over that, but that's kind of the shape of it. All right, so on the front here, we're gonna do its fire power. So we have this part, and then, so it's gonna be 2 straight lines. It's almost like it's circling around, so it looks like a can. Just, I don't know, can of potatoes, what tomatoes? So we're gonna do another one, straight line, do a circle, and then this is the piece that comes out like this. We will be sharpening all of that in. Okay, so we have another one that's over here. So we're gonna make a can. So it's gonna come back on either side. Looks like a can of vegetables. And then there's a line right here, a rectangle. We're gonna be sharpening that in. Tick, tick, tick. Okay, so now we wanna put another smaller can in there. Circle. And we'll be erasing inside there on both of them. And this is where the firepower comes out. And it has like a little egg on the end, okay? This would be looking like an egg. Super job. But there's more to this one. And I try to simplify it, because if you go look at pictures, oh man, it is crazy detailed. So I tried to simplify it so it was drawable, because it would have taken me probably many hours to do it, and nobody has time for that, right? All right, so that's the firepower, and then right here we've got a rectangle. All right, so coming out of right this little corner right here, the window, you want to go straight across, and then halfway through we're going to make it go up, and I come over here and touch. And this is gonna go across here. Okay? And then down here, right along the bottom here, there's this extra piece. So we're gonna make this go over it. And it's gonna go beyond. Okay, so you want to erase inside there. That's that piece sticking out. Okay, super job. Now we're gonna put some details in there. So behind here, we're just gonna make some lines. And make another line. And then coming out of here. It almost looks like that little piece that comes out of the mailbox. And we're gonna do some other lines. So put it coming out of this corner. Do a couple of lines down. Super job. It's looking good. Oh, I have an extra line here. Boop. All right, we'll be putting color detail in there, but not with Sharpie. And this is going to have a rectangle in here. Okay. All right, so now for, it's 2 engines. So we'll start off with this engine. Right off of it, I guess we're gonna make it parallel. So we have this line, we're gonna make a parallel line here and a parallel line up here. This is part of it. And it's going to look, you know what it reminds me of? I'm trying to think what it reminds me of. This is the back end. And then we are going to put some lines in there, and we'll be sharpening them more, thicker in between. Looking good. All right, so we have a couple more lines in there, but we'll do the front part. So this part, oh, that's what it looks like. Kind of looks like a cool flashlight. Yes. So we're gonna make this around. And then inside of there, we're gonna have another round. This is gonna be, if you notice, it's closer to this side than this side, because we're gonna be putting this line in here, right there. This is where it's gonna be black. So if you see in there, this is where we're gonna be sharpening it in, like right here. Okay, then we have another line. And then here, this is going to be part of the engine. Put some lines in there. Then we've got another like circle that's inside there. And if you want to put a couple lines on either side. And then I Sharpied all in here just to simplify it, okay? So that's the front of the engine. Now we're gonna add some extra lines. So let's put one around here. And put some extra lines. Bloop. Bloop. And put a square in here. I might even add another line in here to make it look fancier, right? All right, so before we do any more lines in here, we're gonna make it connecting to the ship. So we're gonna make that connect. So I'm gonna erase all in here to make it connect. And there's another piece right here. It almost looks like this part here is gonna be colored in and has another piece connecting it. Okay? Now we can add more details in here. This I made come out a little bit. See how I did that? Put a line in there, and then I'm gonna put a line across. So that is the gist of the wing. Oh, there's also an extra little piece down here. It almost looks like a rectangle, and then it's gonna come up. Okay? All right, so now that that side is done, we will sharpen it and it will look good. So we're gonna come over here. So right, you see where this connects right here? We are going to do a circle right in there. And in that circle, let's erase that line in there. We are going to do another circle. It's gonna be right here. Yeah, okay, here we go. This one's gonna be the biggest one. Try to, you know what? It's so hard to make round circles if you've, I don't know. This is the first circle. Then we're gonna make an inner circle. And now we're gonna do like a half moon here. This is all gonna be Sharpied in. Oh, there's the dog again. Go Toto. Okay, and do another half circle. This is where the lines are. And now we are going to do inside this engine where it almost looks like a little candy drop. And then put 2 lines here, 2 lines here, and then I Sharpied in here to simplify it. Okay. Wow, this is so not rounded at the top. I'm really trying to make this round here. All right, so now let's finish off our flashlight. Just kidding, just kidding. All right, this is the tail end. And now we're gonna put some lines in here. And now we can add some more details to it. So we're gonna put a line here. And if you want to give it more detail, you can make these different layers, like okay. I'll do another section here. And now we can put some details in here. So we are going to put did I put that in a little higher, or does that go in there? So this is the round thing, this is this part in here. Okay, so in here, we got like an oval here, that'll be colored in. Put some lines in there. Okay, and now we're gonna put another rectangle right here. And if you wanna make it so it's like rounded, so it kind of looks like it's following. And put a line here. If you want to put a couple extra details in here, you can. Okay, oh, and remember, just like over here, we've got our rectangle at the bottom. Okay, this side will be colored in. Okay, so let us, oh, we got detail up here. So this is like the hatch. So it's like an oval and an oval. And this is, all right, let's go. I'm gonna use my ultra thin Sharpie and a regular Sharpie, and then I'll show you how I colored it, okay? Now I'm going to use my big Sharpie and go around the outside and fill in some of the black areas. Now I'm going to erase. Okay, other than the background, I only used 3 colors. Oh, okay, so what do I know about this Mandalorian ship? Most fans think the ship name is Razor Crest, but Star Wars, many of their spaceships are also unique and well regarded by fans, and it's like their own character, and they each have names to them. So, Starship, but you know, some people disagree. So we're gonna start with gray. So I'm just gonna start with gray, and I'm going to color this whole thing lightly right here. And this part's gonna be a little darker than the rest. So we're lightly gonna color this whole side. So it kind of looks like it's like in a shadow. Oh, you know what? We don't wanna color in here. So let's take the tan, and this is going to be our tan stripes. So this is gonna be tan in here. Okay, so now we're gonna finish lightly coloring in. And we're gonna color all of this in, and then the other part is going to be like a light black. We'll get to that. Okay, I just colored it up to there. Now we're gonna give it its details. So now go along this edge, make this a little thicker, or heavier, darker, and along here darker, and along the bottom darker. I'm gonna just fade into light. So for here, we're gonna make it look like it's like shiny. So we're gonna put just a couple of lines in there. You see how by just putting some lines, it just makes it look like metal. And I'm just putting some detail in here. So now come in with your, oh, I'm gonna make this a little darker here too. I don't know why this is darker right here, but we're following what I did. Okay, so get your black. Along here is gonna be black. Just lightly put in black. What else is black? Oh, we already did all black. Okay, so now we're gonna do the front window. And it's gonna be pressing down a little harder right along the edge. Then you're gonna put a line right along here. And then do a couple more lines, streak lines, to make it look like it's shiny, a shiny window. Look at that, look awesome. You can go around the outside if you want a little bit. Okay, so now I'm gonna color this in dark. Take your, we'll start with the gray. We're gonna go around the metal pieces. Okay, so now we're gonna take the gray. No, this is actually black. Just giving a little extra detail in here where the window is. And then we'll do a little black in here too. So it looks like it's a bit darker because it is inside the cockpit. That looks good. Okay, so inside this spot right here, we're taking gray, go around the outside. Ooh, take the tan. It's gonna be a streak of tan right here. And I think that's the last of the tan. Bye-bye tan. And come in here and just make some streak marks in here. Good job. Color a little bit in here. Darker at the bottom. I made it lighter at the top. Darker right at the bottom here. I'm just following how I did it instinctively. So hopefully it turns out. And this is gonna be gray in here. All right, so let's do this part. Make some streaks. So just come in here, make some streaky lines. And this, I made it all gray inside here and made this look more rounded. Oh, we forgot some lines in here. So I did 2 lines here. 1, 2. Almost forgot that. Okay. So we're gonna put a little gray here. Fade it. Fade the gray. Fade some gray, and then make some lines here. So I'm just making a line, line, line. And this is gonna be gray in here. So, Smoking Man, I hope this is kind of what you wanted. Yeah, I probably should have put a little more time and effort into it. It's just hard because I do work and I'm an art teacher and a busy mom. So I'm trying to do it all, but I love drawing. All right, so that's the gist of it. What I would do now is just do the blue on the outside, and I think you got this. See ya.